Good morning. We are live, and I am not Kate, and I am not Charlie. I tried starting a lot later to let them get some sleep time and hope to combat some exhaustion and general crabbiness. It didn't work too well. We'll see if they join me here. Fingers crossed, we'll see some people. So far, just me, Sam. Good morning, Tangled Web and Immortal Biggie Shack, Ben Compton, Rena, Cade, and Sharon. We're all here. Thank you very much. Kachung, he's going to go feed the dogs and grab his coffee. And let's see, did I miss Glitter and Duct Tape is in the chat. Hello. Uh-oh. Sam was with Bueller and Bob. Now that is a comic triple threat. Let's see, who else did I miss? I think I got everybody already. Big Will was in the chat. Forgot, Big Will was 3rd and 3/8. Good morning to you. Perry's getting espresso. Some coffee from DD Medium Iced Coffee. I don't know what that means. Sounds like a company down where you are, maybe. Good morning, Delphia. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. I know all about Jay Hood. So we'll see. We'll see if they can decide to join me. I put some breakfast together, but it was a little bit exciting, and we'll see. I also spent some time trying to get the color right here. It is not easy with a bright light behind me, and of course, me being a little pale and washed out. I'm sorry that I'm the same color as my couch. I tried several different settings. Some of them look good, some didn't. Some turned Charlie's green hat like blue. I was like, okay, so this is, I'm sorry if I look tired. It's not my normal skin color. I gotta get the settings right on this thing, but I'm not used to having bright light behind me for these shows. You want to see Chef John? Good morning, boy who had 7. Good to see you, buddy. And Tony's here. Tony was saying he wouldn't be able to make it, so it's nice to see that you came by to say hello. And we got to see Big Taxi Driver saying he's got aboard an early flight. Ugh. Glad you made it. Lucky to you. Dr. Venkman is here. Breakfast of Champions, ice cold MGDO. Oh my gosh. Although I did see somebody in the Comic Con was talking about having steak for breakfast this morning. Well, that's always nice. Super crisp. Hey, that's nice. Sharp internet's working here. I made my thumbnail using artwork from this run, this J.J. Abrams and Son Spider-Man. I know everybody's talking about his movie this weekend, but I'm not going to talk about it because we're not going to see it till tomorrow. Pasty and White unsub Biggie Shack. But I will say I really enjoyed this. This is the 3rd issue in this Spider-Man run. JJ and Son, and this having to do with this is it's a sort of Spider-Verse alternative dimension kind of Spidey with his son as the main character. Issue 3 is quite dark and violent and creepy, and Cadaverous, the villain, really comes in strong here. It's less about dad and son arguing and way more about creepy Cadaverous and his plan. You also get a couple, I should say 2 really great cameos from other classic Marvel characters showing up here, which I believe might be the first time in the first 3 issues here where we've had other characters aside from Spidey showing up. They did kill off MJ, but I think it was to set up something. And I think, you know, her death in issue 1, spoiler alert, right at the beginning of issue 1, sets up the son and Peter's relationship. And I think it's the same way that the death of Gwen Stacy kind of started a new era for Peter Parker. It's going to be the same for young Ben. And what they did introducing a couple other classic Marvel characters was kind of fun and funny, added a little humor, a little levity. I think my girls are going to enjoy this one. They really loved issues 1 and 2. So hopefully they want to check it out. They're hiding out still. So those that are just joining, It's just me for right now. We'll see if anybody joins here in the next few minutes. I appreciate you coming by, everybody. We should have gotten Spider Girl. Oh, so you're saying instead of Ben Parker, maybe Mayday, or is it May Parker, the one from the What If series? That's a good call, Dr. V. I'd love to see someone do a great series with her. Kind of refreshing. The kids are skipping YouTube. Biggie. I will say one of the best things I read this week, I really, really enjoyed the latest issue of Daredevil. This run has been like, some issues were really great, some are kind of in the middle. I liked the last 2 issues, but actually might even say the last 3 issues a lot. This storyline right now with Elektra in there, and Matt is not wearing the traditional costume, and the Kingpin and the battle with this sort of crime family that's trying to take over New York, and he's the mayor. There's some really good stuff going on here. Donnie, Master Don, he's dropped a couple of videos from his experiences in Baltimore. Worth checking out. Not they won't take up too much of your time. Ooh, I like it in lowercase, Kate. I kind of dig it in lowercase. Nicely done. But I don't know how many people are reading Daredevil. I just learned the other night that Alec had been picking this up pretty consistently, and that it was one of the few books he's been reading every issue of. Yeah, I'm not a huge Elektra fan, but I like what she's doing, training him. I like that Matt is pulling back from the Daredevil character and more just using his own sensibilities. So I've been digging that. And yeah, the last few issues are really, really good. Anybody else reading some Daredevil besides me and Rod? And apparently Alec was. This is the first issue Alec did not pick up. But it's been one of the more consistent Marvel titles. I think Chip Zdarsky and is it Checchetto, the artist, have been doing a really great job. And I know that there were some jokes made on Buyer Pass about the issue before this, where it's Detective North and Matt Murdock at a diner realizing who the identities are for each other and what's going on. And I really dug. I wanted more diner talk. I thought it was great. So I really, really enjoy it. Let's see, Kirk's here. He's saying he needs to catch up on that run. He's been catching up on a ton. If you're not following his stuff on Instagram, YouTube, he's been dropping videos like crazy. Good morning to you, brother. Let's see, Immortal Biggie Shack saying, I got a couple back issues of Devil. It's obviously, you know, he's a prolific character. He's been around a long time. There's lots of great runs. Some people like John Romita Jr. Some people like, you know, the early stuff Stan Lee was writing. I'm a big Frank Miller fan. I love the Frank Miller run with Klaus Janson doing the inking, and then later Klaus kind of took over and did a lot of the art. When the issue, I guess it became a comic that ran twice a month, which was a lot when Frank Miller was writing it and drawing it. To get it done twice a month, I can't even imagine. So in the end, you know, Klaus, who was this amazing inker, and I got to meet him in Baltimore, really, really nice guy. He took over and he started doing the art. You know, Miller would just sketch real quickly, and then Klaus would really just finish the art and then ink it. He was amazing. So a lot of respect for guys like Klaus. Corey Vidal says, good morning. He's been enjoying Daredevil. Did you read Elektra Assassin? I have not read a lot of her indie runs. I was independent runs where she's just all on her own. I got a couple as a gift from Old Wolf, I think, and I got a couple as a gift from TJ. So I've got some, and I want to say there might have even been some in that set I bought from Comic Head 84. So I have a few. I could easily go on Marvel Unlimited and read a few of them, but I really enjoy it. Backseat driver, have a safe flight, brother. Yes, Sam, Charlie is here. And yes, Sharon, Charlie is here. And yes, Glitter Duct Tape, Charlie is here. Did I get your Silver Surfer Fantastic Four from Disney? No, I did not get them yet. Did you get? I hope you didn't get my books, Biggie. Taking my books? Oh, they like your hat. So, Charlie, let's sit up here, show the hat a little bit. See, it's not quite green. It should be like really emerald green. So the lighting, the color is a little off. Sorry about that, guys. And Charlie's usually not so pale either. Pale face.
I've been impaled.
This is gray and this is all tan, so it's all kind of bland at this point. Biggie Shack says hello.
It tastes like an emerald green.
It is, yeah. It's a really bright green. And these are like aqua. They're not like this weird.
Turquoise.
Yeah. So the color is a little off, and I gotta tinker with it. Sorry. It's close. What are you reading there, Chuck? What do you got? Poppy.
Keep my book.
Poppy and the Lost Lagoon, which it was, you said it was an A-OK? Somebody gifted us this?
Yeah.
Was it Old Wolf, maybe?
I think it might have been Old Wolf.
Maybe if it was you, Tony, remind us, because Charlie's been reading it a bunch.
It's so good.
And you really like it?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
It's about adventure.
The girls did not open the box they got yet, Sharon, because it's right here, and we were going to open it live this morning. Do you need a hug?
Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you have big sisters. They get the hugs. Not you.
It's okay, Charlie. You can have a hug too.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I
No,
gave
she
you.
isn't.
If I was sarcastic, I wouldn't even give you the hug.
I just said she is, and I was talking about you. Sorry.
Pretty Kate, yes, she's here, and she's showing off her new shirt. Do you want to tell us about it?
I want to see if Rena knows it, but it's Marinette's shirt.
Oh, Rena didn't say anything yet. She's in the chat. Kate is here. Good morning, Kate. Kate is giving me a Danny Tanner voice vibe. Danny Tanner? That's funny. Little Full House referencing there, Kate. Oh, John is giving me a Danny Tanner. Sorry,
Yeah.
that was my bad.
You are.
John, should we get the girls together Monday to open their gifts? That could be a whole lot of fun. And we're not doing anything that day. We're off. So chat with me on Instagram, Matt, because we would definitely be down. Got some items going there. I'll talk to you on Instagram. We'll figure it out on Instagram. Nick Miller in the chat. Oops, sorry. Missed him. There he is. Boom. Yes, Kate is here. Let's see. So we'll see if Rena digs the shirt. So this is a miraculous shirt that
The main character wears.
my sister got for you for your birthday, right? Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So Charlie shared this book, but Old Wolf I don't think is in the chat. Tell us about Poppy and what do you think about it?
Poppy is about her and, well, her dad, Pappy, is dead. And or at least some people think he's dead. They don't know if he's alive or not alive. Her mom is dead, and she lives with Colt, who was Pappy's best friend. And when before Pappy disappeared, he asked Colt if he could swear an omen that he would always protect Poppy. And Colt did, so he's doing that. And they always go on family adventures. Like in this one, they said that once they were camping out in a cave, and then they woke up in the morning and realized they weren't where they were before, and they found out they were inside of a rock-eating snake. And
A
then
rock-eating snake.
And then another time in this book, they camp out on rocks,
Uh-huh.
But then when they wake up, the rocks aren't where they were. Instead of rocks around the rocks, they're water.
Huh.
There's water, and then they find out that they're actually camping on turtles.
Man, this sounds like a trip. And let's show a little bit of the art so we can get an idea
That's a
of
really
it.
good one.
Yeah, this is a splash page here. You can kind of get a sense for the
Beautiful.
style of artwork. Very watercolor kind of based. Yeah.
I really like this story because it's interesting how they have to figure all these mysteries out, and there are a lot of people that you see it and then you don't know what they're doing, and you don't really understand some parts, but it's really cool. And Poppy is the really smart one, and Colt knows more than Poppy, but doesn't really like to use his smartness a lot.
His intelligence,
His intelligence and everything.
cleverness.
cleverness.
So this is called Poppy and the Lost Lagoon. It's a dark horse graphic novel. Something you think kids would like?
Yeah.
Is it scary at all?
No,
Funny?
very funny.
Okay.
Like there's talking seashells.
How would you compare to like Amulet? We've talked about Amulet on here a bunch, which seems similar as like fantasy. Amulet seems maybe a little scarier.
I think Amulet would be a little bit scarier because
Okay.
this one does not have anyone like dying.
Okay.
It has one person dying, but you don't even know who the person is.
Okay.
So.
Oh, did Super Russ come in? Hello, Super Russ.
Super rough. Why are there a lot of snakes right there?
They're talking about the snakes in your story. The snake that eats the rocks. That's what Sharon was saying. Gory Doll says Electra Assassin, the Sienkiewicz, Frank Miller run, a radical departure. I'll have to check that out. Immortal Biggie Sack, do the girls have any books they want?
I mean, Miraculous is always open.
There, you have so many of those. I don't know that there's that many you're missing anymore. Oh, Dad.
Oh,
She's like,
Dad.
let me tell you something, Dad.
There's like 52 episodes. Like in just the 2 seasons.
I know. I know that the girls have been using my Marvel Unlimited, and now that I've got DC Universe app, they can read some of those. So we'll, they've been reading a lot of that, trying to decide what do we want in a graphic novel nowadays. Ever pet a snake, girls? Have you ever pet a snake?
I had a boa constrictor on my arm in Big Bear one time.
Oh, when you were
third grade.
as far as like a science school thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And my friend held a rose bun tarantula in his hand.
Ooh. Have you ever pet a snake, Charlie? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good to know. Good morning, Chad. Good to see you, brother. All right. Let me share one other book I think I got here. Well, you haven't shared a book yet. Do you want to get one? Sorry. I already got to share 2, so I should probably slow down. Ooh, my girls love sign language. This is the handmade alphabet. What is it? What is the idea here, Cater?
Basically, it's every picture says something. It's like A, and that's sign language for A. That's sign language for A, and she's holding asparagus, which starts with A. And then, like, some pages on the back, there's one also. Jam, you're like dipping, for J, you're like dipping your finger in the jam. And K is key for that.
So just for those that don't know, I work at a school with a lot of foreign languages being taught by the different teachers. And one of the ladies that was there when I was a kid going to the same school, her son and I became best friends. And so she's kind of like another mom to us, another mom to me, and grandmom to the girls.
Yeah.
And she teaches sign language. And so she often gives books like this as gifts to my girls. And my girls really enjoy sign language. So they're not fluent or anything, but they certainly can say a lot of different
I can do
things.
the entire alphabet.
You want to do the alphabet for us? Go ahead. There you go. That was your little sign language there. Boom. My grandmother was deaf, says a Biggie Shack. There you go. Ooh, they like the sign language. So this is just a fun alphabet book that you've had for quite a while, right? Every once in a while I know you love the art.
I do.
You
I
used,
like this one.
you
It's
used-
so pretty.
you used to love the hand gestures and learning that, but now you've kind of fallen in love with all the beautiful art. So there's L, it's lace.
And she draws the hands so amazing. Because you have me draw hands.
Right. Thanks, everybody. Lots of nice compliments in there.
Oh yeah.
See
Charlie's
Russ,
hat.
Biggie Shack, glitter duct tape.
Your hat. It does look a
The
little.
color looks different, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a lot darker there than it is here.
Green.
Yeah, it's like super crispy green. So it's funny. Yeah.
Such a
Right here.
Guy
you
in
have
school
this-
started forgot the deaf girl. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I will say, Big Will. I got an email as a teacher, or I found a meme in among my teacher friends, where a man was teaching at a deaf school, and there were kids with different levels of hearing impairment, and it was like a low grade, like a kindergarten or what have you, and a kid farted in class.
Oh yeah.
And the kid was deaf and didn't realize that people could hear farts, that farts made sound. They just thought it was like a sensation, like you would feel it, but you couldn't hear it. So the kid farted, and the kids that could hear laughed because they were like, oh my gosh, you just farted in class. And the boy's like, why are they looking at me? Why are they laughing? And the teacher's like trying to explain in sign, like they can hear that. And the kid's like, they can hear my farts? Oh my God. And then the kids were like laughing, and then the boy asked, the boy had all these questions about like, what kind of sounds does it make? Like, what, like, can blind people? No, was it?
Can blind people see light?
Can blind people? No, but can hearing people, like, do they make different sounds? Like, what are the farts? They had a whole discussion around farting and
Yeah.
sound
That whole class.
that the
period.
kids like got super into because they couldn't understand the fact that like didn't understand that other people could hear that it was not just one person. Very funny.
That's actually horrible.
That's actually horrible, says Piggy. The kid didn't realize that the other kids were all like shocked, and then the revelation as a kindergartner that your world affects other worlds. It's that idea of your own bubble, right? You're in your own
Yeah.
space.
It's like three. It's like
No,
4
the
pages
kid
of
thought it was
PowerPoint.
hilarious. He just didn't understand, right? He didn't know. And the other kids in the class, some of them could hear it and some of them couldn't hear it. But the vibration sensations, and apparently the teacher and the kids were laughing about it like all day. Wasn't the Deadly Kind? Yeah. This one? Yeah. It was quite fascinating, and yeah. Anyways.
It's like,
Didn't mean to derail us into farting, but
I know the sign for fart.
The pro is that
the sign for fart. Let me see. Wait, you gotta scoot your hand
That's
over.
beautiful.
Do it again. That's the sign. That's the sign for fart.
Yeah,
That's
so it
hilarious.
comes
We're gonna do that every
big
day.
air, and then it goes.
Wow.
Wait. The pro is his fart wasn't the deadly.
The
kind.
problem wasn't the dead.
No,
Yeah.
the pro was.
Hopefully it wasn't the deadly kind.
Okay, but I can spell your guys' names in sign language.
All right. So Charlie's got it. I've done 2 books. Kate's done 1. Charlie's done 1. Charlie's got another book. You're gonna share both of them together.
No.
You can share both. They're related, right? What do you got?
So-
Want me to hold?
She's trying out. So my books are these. I have The Secret of the Old Clock and The Hidden Staircase. They're both the same books, technically. They're the part of the same series of Nancy Drew and mystery stories.
These are the original Nancy
Original
Drew
one.
books. Book number 1 and 2.
I feel like they're better than the new ones.
Yeah, you like them better?
I like them better because back then you didn't have a lot of stuff. You could you didn't have a telephone to immediately call the police. You didn't have a camera that could a camera on your phone. You could just easily just take pictures and pictures and pictures. You had to keep reloading the camera with film.
Gotcha.
And it's really interesting because if you didn't live back then and you were a kid like me, you'd be really cool. You'd think it would be really cool how they would figure it out, what stuff that they had back then. Because now we just have anything. You can just get a phone and be like, done.
God.
What? Yeah, I saw Donnie was making it. Yeah, I saw Donnie. So Carolyn Keene is the writer. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Nancy Drew by now. Good morning, Chad. He's heading to the mall for last minute Christmas shopping. Good for you, brother. But Charlie finally just recently discovered Nancy Drew, right? What are you trying to do?
I spelled Chad.
You spell Chad?
C-H-A-D.
C-H-A-D. Isn't that
Daddy, you are.
J-O-A-L-H-N. Yeah.
This is U V because it goes U V W U V W.
Okay. So, are you enjoying? You haven't finished the second one yet, right? You're still reading the Hidden Staircase. Yeah.
Is the
Yes.
other one the Secret of the Old Clock?
Yes.
That's the original one. Yeah.
Really cool because
have
they
that
have
one.
to find Josiah Crowley's will.
Oops, sorry. I
Because
lost it.
apparently Josiah Crowley, I'm just gonna call him Josiah. Josiah had promised at least 10 people that he'd give them some money for when he would give them his money when he died. Shh.
There's some just good comments happening right now.
And what happened is apparently some people believe that he made a new will
Okay.
for the people he promised to give money to.
Okay.
But apparently they didn't find that one. They only found the one that he gives everything to the Turner
Interesting.
or to the really rich family that he works for and lived with. And he was a very rich man, so it was very nice to him to give away money to people.
Gotcha.
And when Nancy Drew went to go talk to his wife, apparently she is having a lot of problems because there's no one to take care of her. No one in the neighborhood ever goes up to her door. She can't walk anymore. She twisted her ankle apparently. She doesn't have much food or Band-Aids.
I'm looking at his profile picture.
And then, oh, that's so cute. And then, it's very sad when you get to meet her because of how sad her life is. But then she tells Nancy that Josiah Crowley always
So you're distracted. You can't whisper to me during the show because she's like, now what are you talking about? I can't concentrate. It's distracting.
Bro.
It's
Josiah
distracting.
Crowley that always puts things that are really special to him in really safe places. No one would ever find it. But the problem was sometimes he'd forget where he put it. So he got a notebook, wrote something down, wrote where the will is, where he could find it.
So it's a mystery of trying to find these.
Yeah.
Don't give it away. Don't give
and
things
hid
away.
it somewhere secret.
Gotcha.
It's really cool how Nancy finds it.
There's some people talking about the Hardy Boys and those kind of things, and my students have some of those, and they mentioned Big Will mentioned the Boxcar Children, and they've read some of those. Or I know you tried a few of them, but we saw a play. There was a play version that it was for my students one year. Yes, it's Baby Black Bolt with his little doggy Lockjaw.
I didn't know that.
Need coffee and need chaos and need comics. We all do. So I'm glad you're digging the Nancy Drew. Should we open this box from Sharon?
You read it wrong.
I'm sorry. You want to
It
say something?
says need coffee, need chaos, need coffee.
I know.
Not comics.
We have chaos and comics right there. That's what I was saying.
I like those
Let's open the box.
Wait,
Oh,
I
you
like
want to say
those
something?
little faces. Also,
Yeah. And you see he's doing
Unicorn.
versus the
Bueller,
sign language.
Bueller.
Bueller's in the chat. Hey.
Bueller with the unicorn.
Good morning, sir.
unicorn. Isn't that what's hidden in most of his videos? A little play unicorn.
There's lots of little things hidden in Bueller's videos. Rob Liefeld is often mentioned. All right. You wanted to say something, and then we'll do the box.
Oh, yeah. There's actually a Nancy Drew movie that we saw on Netflix one time. It's not as good as the books.
Yeah, and that's what Sharon was saying.
Yeah.
There is a show,
There is a
and
movie.
there is a movie, but we didn't really enjoy much of those. I don't think they compare
It's all
well to
about,
the
like, a movie
books.
star that got murdered and
I mean, it's a pretty
so
cool
weird.
mystery
It's
that you
interesting.
figure it
It's
out.
so weird and
Wait.
interesting, but it's not as good as the books.
And
Okay.
and they use real phones that we have now.
Yeah.
In the thing, they don't use the old phones we used to have. And apparently, she falls in love.
She does. I forgot that.
Yeah, at the end, she kisses him.
Oh yeah, that bruh. Okay.
All right. Do you have something else you wanted to say?
No.
Okay, so we go to the box.
Yeah.
We got this little gift. Oh, hiding the address here. Life with Two YouTubers, Cade and Rena and Sharon sent this little gift for us. I just cut the
I
thing
wanna
here.
read it.
You want to? Sorry. Ooh, there's some glitter on the
Glitter and
card.
content.
It says,
It says, John, Kate, and Charlie. Merry Christmas, you guys. John, here is your shirt. Well,
Thank you.
Thank you for being my first guest on my live show. Kate and Charlie, I hope you guys enjoy these books as much as we did. They are so funny. Enjoy, guys. And then it says right here, sending warm wishes of joy and peace this holiday season.
that's right on. Look, we'll put it right there. No, I don't want to block you. Sorry. I'll put it right there.
I'm nice.
Bruh. Oh, look, I got a shirt and it's signed.
Don't look, Kate.
It's signed by Rena. I got my Isle of the Dark shirt. Oh, look. There it is. There you can see it. Hello.
Oh
Signed.
my God, it's moving.
Yeah.
Moving.
Slabbed in a 9/8. Thank you, Rena. Oh, and look. Dear Dumb Diary. A
I have
whole package of Dear Dumb Diary books. Here's, let's move that out of the
You
way.
can't even play like
What do you
guitar.
I like it.
I've never even heard. Have you read these
I've
before?
heard of them.
You've heard of them before? How about you? Have you seen any of these before? Dear Dumb Diary Year 2. The super nice are super annoying.
Look, the IQ dumbness scale.
What does it say that?
There's a dumbness scale.
Look,
The
diploma
diploma.
of everything.
Never underestimate your dumbness. That's funny.
Look at this one. Okay, the IQ dumbness scale. Ninny eats stuff that has fallen on the floor, loses things often, like sound of busy signal. Buffoon believes that baby powder is made from powdered babies. Pants frequently too short. Dummy afraid that her toys come to life at night. Likes taste of her own sneezes.
Ew.
Idiot thinks that recycling means riding your bike again. Thinks Angeline is pretty. Brain is solid brick of fudge. That's beautiful.
So Rena says they're very funny. Biggie says they're perfect. Mastodon says he thinks his niece has some of those. They say you have to read them in order. They build on each other.
It's
So
just
they're numbered on the
before-
side. I got number 2 there.
Number 1 here,
All right.
or that might be number 7. I can't read.
This
right
is
now.
number 1. Oh, this is year 2, number 1. Let me see.
I have number 1.
Oh,
Where is
no,
it?
you do.
Yeah, that's number
This
1.
is number 7.
Okay, perfect.
La, 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 la,
Thank
la.
you guys so much. This is much appreciated. Now they got some serious wintertime reading ahead.
Can I have the first one?
I think your sister's already
I'm gonna read
Diving
the
in.
last one.
you're gonna read the last one.
My pants are hot.
Charlie has the first. Look, see, Rena, Sharon could even tell by looking through the camera. She's like, I knew exactly. That was very sweet of you guys.
Thank you.
I gotta have to wear this one on my next live show. My Isle of Dark. If you haven't seen the Isle of the Dark series, sorry, I should move this down. It's like the white balance is
Oh,
like.
my foot's asleep.
Oh, your foot fell asleep. Sorry. They had Javi on. They've had Sam's Tangled Web on. So they started small. They've gotten really big with big stars on that show. Is there one today, Sharon? Are you guys doing one today? Sharon says she's even read them all and thinks they're hilarious as well. Biggie says he read The Last Good Move. Which one's called that? The Last Good Move. What's this one called? I don't know.
Dear Dumb Diary, let's pretend this
I don't
never
know.
happened.
Tonight is Caroline. Oh, so they're having Lady Fantastic on tonight. Here, you can hold them all. Or do you want me to put them somewhere? What do you want? Hyper Purple.
Yeah.
So they're having Lady Fantastic on tonight. That is awesome. Remind me in the chat of the time so that I can make sure that I let people know correctly. But I want to say it's usually around the 7 o'clock my time or 6 o'clock my time, which would be 9 Eastern, something like that. 7 your time. I think I got that right.
Wait, where are they? In
Isle of Science. Yeah, that would be awesome. Science rocks. Yes, and so does Lady Fantastic. There it is, right? So 8 o'clock your time, which is 7 my time, which is 10 Eastern. You can watch the Isle of the Dark, and you can see Rena talking with Lady Fantastic and Cade dropping his science facts. He jumps in and drops facts, just fire, the fire facts of Cade. Should be a blast. Yeah,
Burning
7 California time. Boom. So that is awesome. Collectible Papers in the chat. Hello. Thank you for coming by. So that is going to be a show you should definitely be tuning in, and very entertaining. Always a good time. Always a good laugh. And I've learned a lot about people like Javi that I didn't know. I didn't know him as well until I watched and got to see the discussion going on in the little chat. Anybody else have a book they want to share? Or are we all done? Should I do one more or should we bail? Bye-bye time? Okay. Yes, his fire facts are awesome. I can totally agree. I absolutely agree. We're going to get out of here. It is 36 minutes in. Have a great weekend. I don't know when we're going to do a show again soon. I don't think we're on. I don't think I'm going to be on any shows on Wednesday because it's Christmas next Wednesday. I'm sorry.
It is?
Yes. This coming Wednesday is Christmas. So
already? Jeez.
My 2 shows Wednesday probably aren't going to be happening.
I feel like it's like 2 weeks away.
Next Saturday, we are probably driving our way to Utah first thing in the morning. And unless I want to live stream from the car, which, I might talk to Perry about getting an app on my phone that lets me live stream from the car.
You did that one time, remember?
Yeah, but they've changed the rules on YouTube. You have to have 1,000 followers if you want to live stream from your devices. And I don't have that yet, so I can't do that unless I get a special app. Perry got the app, and he can probably he's my tech guy. He can probably help me out a little bit.
Sub us up.
Sub us. These are our subs. They're already here.
More subs.
More. Need more.
I have 3 accounts. 4 accounts.
You don't have any accounts.
I do. They're
What?
all on YouTube. I had 4 accounts.
Oh
my
my
school
God.
account, my other school account, my other 2 accounts.
I could definitely do it on YouTube, Comics on the Mind, but I'll let people know. Mastodon says the family here are going to a place called Hoosier's Christmas Village today. Might live stream on Facebook. Ooh, that'll be cool, Donnie. That's awesome. Yeah, Utah, Boyode 7. So we go up, and the girls love to ski. And my mom and stepdad have a place in Utah, up in the mountains, and we do a little skiing. And I sit by the fire and read comic books. It's like a win-win-win-win-win.
Is this his Bitmoji?
No, that's not. That's his. That's just his graphic. The Boyode 7's Matt's little drawing there. I think somebody drew it for him. 100. I could get 100. I can't get 111 subs in like a month. So to get it by next weekend is a lot. Collectible paper. That's a lot.
I can add
So
4.
it's possible you won't see me on a show for quite a long while. So I'm sorry if that's the case. I'm gonna edit a character video for next week. So there will be another character video that drops. It'll be an all Marvel one. Just last night, no, Thursday night, I posted my most recent short character video, 6 minutes long. 3 characters, 3 DC comics, the return of John the Cursing Robot, and a lot of good fun, good silliness. So check that out if you will, and leave me a little comment if there's a book you want me to read. I'm going to do 3 Marvel books this next round, and make those. Hopefully, get those edited before Christmas, and then it'll just premiere somewhere Thursday night probably.
We did hear some cursing from John.
What do you mean?
We heard
Oh, when I was recording it. Well, sure.
the first thing you said.
But then I bleep it all out. Far Sector is a lot of good stuff. Comics on the Mind, Kirk. But I don't spoil anything in those reviews. I try to be very chill and not spoil anything. So you can still watch the reviews and then decide if you want to read it or not. Jane Foster better be one of them. Ooh, okay. that run just dropped issue 5 or 6, so that could be. I could definitely throw that in there. You okay? You're right next to the mic when you do that, so just be careful. Catch up, Kirk. There's some good reading in there. All right, everybody, have a great weekend.
Can we wait 20 minutes?
Nope. Everybody have a nice weekend and
You
happy
too.
holidays, Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
I did an Old Man Quill one, Chaos and Comics. If you go to my last Marvel review, Cowboy John reviewed the Old Man Quill finale, so enjoy that. And giddy on, little buddies.
Giddy on, little kids. Giddy up.